Hello. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am lulling Lisa, hoping to lull you into a state of relaxation, sleep, or just entertainment through ASMR. Now, today's video is in collaboration with Dossier, so I'm just going to quickly talk about this fragrance brand that I love, and I'm going to show you 2 new fragrances and smell them for the first time with you, because I've kept them in a box for such a long time since, and because I know the 2 fragrances these are inspired by, I think I'll be able to do an accurate smell test, because Dossier is a brand that is offering you fragrances inspired by designer scents, but for a fraction of the price. So you could spend $50 anywhere to $250 on these, even $350 on these designer scents, but Dossier offers you these scents for a fraction of the cost, which is so nice. And they have the option to return it if you're not completely satisfied with the scents that you chose. So let's do the feminine one first. So I have a more feminine and then a more masculine scent. This one is citrus green apple. So the top notes are green apple, lime, and cedrat. Middle notes bluebell, jasmine, and rose. Base notes amber, cedarwood, and musk. You know I love amber. And this we have here, it's called citrus green apple, but it is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's light blue. Dolce & Gabbana's light blue is a scent that I can already smell it. I don't even have to spray this. Oh my gosh, this smells exactly like light blue. My mom loved this scent, and she kind of made me like a little bit in love with this scent. Particularly, I would say this is more of a summery scent because it's so like vibrant and bright. I love it. And then I chose another one. This is inspired by Paco Rabanne's 1 Million, and that is a more masculine scent, so more masculine cologne. And the top notes of this are green apple, grapefruit, mint. Middle notes lavender, rose, cinnamon. Base notes cedarwood, patchouli, amber woods. So very nice. So this is so interesting. So I'm excited to smell this because I'm very familiar with Paco Rabanne's 1 Million as well. And this scent is inspired by that. So let's see. Oh my god. This smells exactly like Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Funny enough, I feel like I chose scents that my mom and my dad like. And usually I'm not a fan of colognes that my dad wears because it smells like my dad. But he has so many colognes that he'd wear. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law might also wear this. My future brother-in-law, I should say. Wow. Inspired by 1 Million. Very, very identical. If you want to try out a scent, and this would be like such a nice stocking stuffer for Christmas for your loved ones, highly recommend Dossier. They are great. So check out my code in the description box because I have a code for a certain percentage off. Thank you so much, Dossier. And now on to today's video. So I feel like I can finally talk to you about the video. Hopefully you didn't mind that little introduction. But now we are going to do a Kokology test. I always preface these a lot. As you know, they're a series of psychological games designed to reveal your hidden attitudes about sex, family, love, work, and more. We've done so many Kokology tests that today I highlighted the ones that we've done and what we have left. Some of them I wasn't even 100% sure of. I was like, did we do these or not? But honestly, we have a few left to go, and I happened to find a Christmas related one. It is so short, so I think in this video we'll do like 2 or 3 tests for sure. So let's go to that one. And as you know, hopefully you're doing this test in like a relaxing environment where you can really concentrate and try to answer these questions posed to you with the first thought that comes to your mind. I will be reading you the test, the question, and then reading you the meaning behind the test, and then you can tell me if this test was accurate or not. I love discovering the hidden meaning of the test because it's often a surprise to me. And as well, I love doing these tests with you, so I'll be sharing my answers as well. Okay, so without further ado, chatty, let's get to this test. It's called Blue Coat, Yellow Coat. Gathering in the town square for the lighting of the Christmas tree gives people a chance to come together as a community and celebrate the end of another year. It's a time of nostalgia and a chance for new memories to be born. People are in the holiday spirit. Strangers act like friends, and a sense of peace is all around. The night is cold, and you have come with a group of friends and acquaintances to watch the lighting of the tree. In the group of people with you, one person is wearing a yellow coat, and another person is in blue. Who are the people wearing the blue and yellow coats? Give names to the people you know. So, essentially, as you're watching the lighting of this Christmas tree, this is a very festive test. In the group of people with you, so you're with a group of people, one person is wearing a yellow coat and one person is wearing a blue coat. Okay, who are the people wearing the blue and yellow coats? Give the names of people you know personally. Okay, do you have it? Hopefully you didn't think too hard, but let's find out the key to blue coat, yellow coat. So this is the meaning. In psychology, bright colors such as yellow are associated with warm and positive feelings, while cool colors like blue are linked with cold, negative emotions. It may surprise even you, but the person you named as wearing the yellow coat is someone you like or who makes you feel happy, while something about the person in the blue coat leaves you cold. Very short, which is why we'll be doing multiple tests today, but I don't think I found this accurate. I was very excited to start off with a Christmas test, but I don't think I found it accurate because the first two people that came to mind were my sister and my husband. But the weird thing was that I couldn't place either of them in a coat. I was thinking like, well, maybe it'd make more sense that Jules is in the yellow coat, and then I was like, but I don't really see my husband in the blue coat. But then I just thought of the two names, which is kind of interesting in a way, because I guess I didn't really know who would wear a blue coat. Interesting, but I don't know how I feel about that one. Did you find it accurate? I suppose maybe if I placed my parents in the coats, I could have psychoanalyzed that a bit more. But I think, as you know, my sister and my husband, I love them both very much, so. Okay, now we're going to do another test. We'll do at least 3 tests, okay? This one I'm pretty sure we haven't done, but if we've done this, just tell me, and then, what have you. But we'll do 3, okay? Okay, so this one is called In the Pages of a Magazine. Very short, and this is multiple choice. You've just bought a copy of a popular weekly magazine and taken it home to read. How do you go through the features inside? I don't think we've done this. Okay. Here's the 4 options, so you must pick one of the 4. 1. Read the whole magazine in order from first page to last. 2. Jump straight to the articles that you know will interest you and read only them. 3. Flip randomly through the pages and read anything that seems worthwhile. 4. A as long as the format hasn't been changed, you'd read the features in the same order as you always do. I'll just read them again. So, how do you go through the features of the magazine? 1. Read the whole magazine in order from first page to last. 2. Jump straight to the articles that you know will interest you and read only them. 3. Flip randomly through the pages and read anything that seems worthwhile. Or 4. As long as the format hasn't been changed, you'd read the features in the same order as you always do. This has a long explanation. I'm excited. So, here is the key to in the pages of a magazine. Your average weekly magazine represents the collected efforts of a great many writers, designers, photographers, and editors, offering a spectrum of opinions and points of view. It is an omnibus of the human experience, and your magazine reading style reflects how you confront that diversity of choices. In particular, the way you budget your reading time reveals your approach to handling resources, especially money. Okay, let's deep dive. So if you chose 1, read the whole magazine in order from first page to last page, which is what I chose because that's usually how I read a magazine. This says, you're the type of person who knows where every penny of your money is and what it's being spent on. It's not that you're all that concerned about your budget or financial planning. You just feel more comfortable when you know exactly how things stand. You hate the thought of missing something, so you keep all your accounts in order and know the current balance of your checking account, including interest, as a matter of course. I can't speak yet because I haven't read the other answers, but I think that's pretty accurate. And I'm not, it's true, I'm not at all concerned about my budget or financial planning. I just want to know about my money, like how much I have, what's in my accounts. I guess I find that to be actually pretty accurate. I would say out of the two of us, my husband and I, he earns more than me, of course, and I say of course because, you don't make very much money off of YouTube. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put on my wedding ring. Anyway, so of the two of us, I am more financially responsible, however, and I try to make sure that he doesn't, recklessly spend, although he is financially responsible in the sense that, okay, I'll just deep dive a little bit, but, so, we purchased, the reason why I'm married and still living in my condo with my sister and my husband is because we purchased a property. It's going to be built, hopefully, in the summer of next year. So in 2024, we should be moving in late summer, I would say. And that's why we're still here, because it was sort of a new build that we're waiting on, that we purchased a while ago. Now, at the time that we purchased this property, interest rates in Canada, I'm Canadian, I'm sure it's the same for many places in the world. I think the US has the same similar problems, but interest rates were quite low. So of course we were qualifying and everything was la-di-da. Now that interest rates have risen an obscene amount ever since, we basically purchased at the worst possible time you could purchase something. But essentially, it's going to be very tight and difficult to still qualify, which we will, God willing, of course, but yeah, it's just going to be quite difficult. And because of that, he's been very financially responsible, but he has me to thank as well, because I think I've rubbed off that financial responsibility onto him. So we do know where our money is, of course, because I think we really have to right now. Hopefully that's not TMI. It might be relatable because, financial struggles I think are very common for many people. But yeah, it's been kind of like a little bit of a stressful situation. And as you all know, I'm pregnant. Maybe you don't know, I said it in the community tab, but I'm pregnant, so we're also expecting a baby. So in this condo, the baby. And hopefully 3 months after, we'll be ready to move into our place and I can have like a nice nursery and things like that. But until then, there's no room for a nursery. The nursery will be here. I might have to rearrange my entire bedroom. This bedroom is gigantic, by the way. It's huge. My husband works from home most days, and he usually works right here. It's just a really big bedroom, which I'm very lucky about, so there will be space. But yeah, so I have that on top of it, and children are very expensive. I think I'm going to do a separate video talking about my pregnancy and my pregnancy journey and just everything, so I won't talk too much right now. I'll get back to the test. I apologize. But yeah, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, but that's another financial, not burden, but just a little bit of a stressor right now. Next, okay. Apologize. I think you'll have to have skipped at least 2 minutes to go back to the test, but now for number 2. If you said jump straight to the articles that you know will interest you and read only them. Money burns a hole in your pocket. If you have it, you use it to buy whatever catches your fancy and think, maybe I'll start a savings account next month as you spend your last dime. If you have managed to save something, it's not unusual for you to make a trip to the cash machine and withdraw just to give you something to do. That sounds a lot like my older sister and my mom. They love spending. So if that was accurate for you, that was number 2, but now we're going on to number 3, and this is 3. Flip randomly through the pages and read anything that seems worthwhile. This sort of caught my attention a little bit, but typically I like to read a magazine from start to finish. However, this also caught my attention, so let's see. Okay. You'd say you're economical, some would call it stingy. The fact is you don't spend frivolously or waste your resources, preferring to save it for a rainy day. You'll never get carried away with impulse buying or max out your credit cards shopping on cable TV, but you might want to loosen up the purse strings on occasion. After all, money is there to help you live as well. That sounds kind of like my dad and maybe a little bit my sister. And then I think I would fall in the category of the middle. I have 2 sisters, older and younger, so this is my younger sister a little bit. But that's interesting. So that's interesting that caught my eye, because I think that could also apply to me sometimes. But I do impulse buy at times, of course. Next, number 4. If you were like number 3, let me know, but we're going on to number 4. And this is, as long as the format hasn't been changed, you'd read the features in the same order as you always do. You keep spending according to habit, regardless of changes that take place in your life. If you hit the lottery, it would be hard for you to stop shopping at discount stores. Alternatively, if you were facing bankruptcy, you might still insist on designer label clothes. You can't be bothered worrying about the vagaries of fortune, which would make it a good idea for you to hook up with a partner who can, and let him or her handle the finances. I mean, that could also be me, because I could see myself winning the lottery and still not wanting to get ripped off. I love a good deal. And yeah, maybe that's why I love these Dossier perfumes. But I love a good deal, and some, like lately especially, I feel like I also do love designer labels. But I do love a good deal, so I feel like I'm sort of in the middle in that sense. This was quite interesting. I wonder if you're like me and a lot of these could apply to you. If you're very strict in one way or another, you'll have to let me know. But that was in the pages of a magazine. Next, let's go in order here. Let's do, or should we do another? Hang on, I want to see if we have only multiple choice left. Almost pretty much just multiple choice. Okay, maybe I'll do another multiple choice then. 75. These Kokology tests are always so interesting. Okay. This seems to be very short, so similar to the first test. This is called Untamed. untamed savagery. So essentially, you're seeing a lion and lioness devouring its prey. What are you thinking as you see this happening? And this is not multiple choice, so just imagine that for a second, what you're thinking. I'm imagining as well. Okay, here is the key to Untamed. A safari tour allows you to observe dangerous wildlife from a safe and protected distance, and the lions feeding represent a scene of natural forces unleashed. Your reaction to the scenario shows how you reacted or would react on seeing an adult video for the first time. What was your response? I did not expect this. Okay, wait. Your reaction to the scenario shows how you reacted or would react on seeing an adult video for the first time. What was your response? I'm going to read you the examples they give, and then I'm going to share you mine. They say, wow, look at them go. Hey, I'm getting a little hungry too. That doesn't take much interpretation, does it? I don't want to watch that. It's disgusting. Nobody said it was going to be pretty. I'm scared. It's natural to be a little bit frightened, but you're safe as long as you stay on this side of the glass. Oh, give the poor thing some privacy. You're truly a decent person, but are you sure you don't want to watch just a little bit longer? So mine was not really any of those. Mine was a mix of I felt bad for the prey, but then I felt happy for the lions because they were nourishing themselves, and I know that it can be difficult in the wild for animals to feed. So I kind of had the feeling of wanting to look away because I don't want to see a poor creature get devoured. But then the test described it just hunks of meat, so I tried to imagine there wasn't a specific prey and maybe they're just eating meat. And then in which case I was curious to watch. Does that make sense? I think that's pretty accurate in the sense that there is an element where I do feel bad for this kind of exploitation, and then at the same time there is a curiosity there. So that's interesting. I didn't expect that analysis. Okay, well, I think we've done 3 tests, which is pretty good. I think from now on we'll probably stick to always doing 2 or 3 tests because I pretty much just have either short ones or multiple choice left, and that's it. So yeah, this was the Kokology video. I haven't done one. I feel like I haven't done one in a while, but I got a very kind subscriber leave me a tip on this site that I have. I think it's always linked in my description box. It's Buy Me a Coffee, and they bought me 3 coffees, and they said thank you so much, and they specifically said that they liked the Kokology videos. So if you're watching, this one is for you. I know many of you love these Kokology test videos, and I always say I'm going to always do them between having ChatGPT perhaps create some tests for us, and as well being able to buy the second book, which I should probably buy pretty soon on Amazon. I think they have it. We won't run out of tests, so don't you worry. But yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. Sweet dreams if you're off to bed, and have a safe and Merry Christmas season if you're celebrating, because it's right around the corner. And as you can see, my room is a little bit decked out for Christmas right now. Can't see my little Christmas tree there or here, which is unfortunate. Maybe I'll position the camera a little bit differently soon, but yeah, I'm very much in the Christmas spirit, and I'm really looking forward to Christmas this year.